Whoa, I got the moves, I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. She made that back move.
So the first thing I grab is my Dr. Bronner Pure Castor Soap in the scent Peppermint. I also use some tea tree oil that I get from my local beauty supply store, a big bowl, and a tablespoon. So what I first do is fill the bowl up with some lukewarm water, and then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castor Soap because you have to dilute it because it's so thick. So after I'm done stirring that all in, I'm going to take one of my makeup brushes. This is my powder brush. I'm going to swirl it all around in the soap, and then I'm going to use my hand to clean off any debris that were on it. So my leftover foundation, of course. Now with this, I recommend that you use a textured mat and not your hands, because the textured mat can get inside the brushes, like the bristle of the brushes, so it can deep clean it, because my hand was not doing no justice for these brushes, but it's pretty good. Like it works for me, so I use this method. So yeah, I just go back and forth, around and around to get all the dirt, all the bacteria in the foundation that's in my brushes all out. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna rinse it all off. And when I'm rinsing it all off, I'm making sure to get like inside the brush, kind of, to make sure there's no leftover like particles inside the brush. Also, when you're washing the brush, make sure you don't get the part where your handle meets your like the bristle brush part, so the silver part as you see here. Make sure water doesn't get there, because if you wash your brush and you're always washing that part where the silver is, it can loosen your brush hairs and make that fall off. Now with this brush, since I like rarely wash it, which you shouldn't do, wash your brushes, which I really never wash, it was really hard for me to get the leftover foundation out of the brush. So in the video, you'll see that I was cleaning it like tons of times because it was so hard to get off. So yeah, I'm just going to be continuing the same thing that I done with my first brush with the rest of the brushes that you're going to see. Here, I'm just taking my brushes and drying them off a little more on the towel, so I'm just wiping them back and forth and whatnot to put them back into their shape. also want to do is wash your beauty blenders. So what I'm doing is dipping them all into the bowl. Make sure, I didn't show it here, but I changed the water in the bowl because it all got brown and there was no soap suds. So make sure you always change it if it is getting dirty. So what I'm doing now is just taking the beauty blender and I'm not rinsing it off. What am I doing? I'm squeezing all the excess water out of it and then running some more water into the sponge. Now I'm directly going to put the soap onto the sponge and then use my thumb and my pointer finger, or my ring, I don't know what finger it is, but to squeeze like all the excess like foundation out of it. And I'm going to do that a couple times because it didn't get as clear as I wanted it to, but then at one point I couldn't take it no more. But it was still clean, but make sure you just want to like massage your fingers into the sponge to make sure you get all the debris out. Now I'm rinsing off the sponge and just rubbing it into my hands, and I'm still going to repeat the same thing that I've done before with the sponge to make sure everything is completely out of it. Now that I'm completely done with my brushes and they're all dry, I'm going to take a little bit of tea tree oil and rub that in my hands. Then I'm going to cover the, then I'm going to cover the bristles of the brush head in the tea tree oil, because tea tree oil is it like fights bacteria and stuff like that, and it's well nourishing. So I'm definitely using that on my brush to condition them. They won't be hard and stiff. Now that I'm completely done covering them in the tea tree oil, I'm going to take some Clorox disinfecting wipes and then clean the handles of the brushes, because my foundation, like all the makeup that I use, usually stains the handle of my brushes. So that's what I'm using to clean them. lashes look like at the end, all neat and clean. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.